start? Go for it, girl.
Well, I swore off boys and bands till I felt what it was hanging. You see, I'm a poet, and it's really funny how sometimes I write things almost prophetically, like they come true later in my life when I wrote it before. So I wrote that couplet when I swore off boys and bands till I felt what he did with his hands, because I came up through the open mic scene at the Tri-Town. And it was cool to be able each week to go and hang out with these awesome musicians, really hot men, and not be involved in their sexual politics, because, you know, boys and bands will definitely do you dirty. But I was at a party in West Philly about 4 or 5 months ago, and it was Headspace, this really cool magazine, you should check it out. And I met this guy. And I actually had knew him before. He had done sound for an event that I threw last April at Little Bar. And we connected, and we started texting. And at this time, I was planning my first major art truck installation. And I was living temporarily at a friend's place in Fishtown that I was subletting with another friend who was not on the lease. And he left a teapot on twice. Almost burned the house down. The roommates that didn't know me because I was just taking over somebody else's lease, I was in California, freak out and said that they were gonna put my shit outside and change the locks. So basically I had 24 hours to find a space. So, like every smart decision I ever made, I moved in with the guy that I was seeing a week and a half earlier. And the thing about second chances is I really liked him, and when he sat next to me, I could feel like concentric circles of energy moving over my body, and I never felt that before. And he was the first guy in many years I had seen potential in. And so I was real crushed that I had ruined something that I really wanted. And I went down south to this gathering. I came back. My transmission went out, so that was $2,000. So humiliated, I had to crawl back to my parents' house. And in my suburban exile, I had time to think. And I realized what kind of tore me up about it so much was because most guys will project their desire so strongly that it's like, whoa, okay. But he didn't. And most guys don't understand that you have to make a woman calm in her mind before she'll ever let you calm in her body. And he understood that. And so, it was real hard for me to let that go because he wanted to be my friend. And I realized in my suburban exile, as I said, I've learned enough to know how to fuck a man when he needs it, but I've forgotten a lot about how to make love because it's been 5 years since I opened myself up to a relationship because I got hurt and manipulated real bad, and so did he. He would tell me. And it's funny how we're mirrors for our own projections of the reality and what we need. But the beautiful thing about understanding that time is unity, he had a show last Saturday and invited me, and I went, and now we're texting again.